a solid Ligi Ndogo package done by Robert Osoro, of course, fading out there. If you're just joining us right now, this is the Touchline on Y254. Very good afternoon and welcome back to the program. And now we're talking matters grassroots football with focus on academies. And talking about grassroots football, it forms an integral part as far as growth and development of any sporting discipline is concerned. And that's why there has been unwavering push for establishment of local mechanisms that will give young people at the local level platform to showcase their prowess, considering that there is more untapped potential at the local level in the villages. And of course, joining me on set are people from different academies in various parts of the country to put that into perspective. At the far end, James Kibe, Technical Director, Odaya Talent Academy. Next to him, Collins Olimba, CEO, Cheza Sports Academy. Next to him, of course, Samuel Waidaka, Team Manager, Odaya Talent Academy. And next to me, a man from Korogocho. He calls himself Head Coach of Academy of Korogocho, in short form, Koro Academy. Good to have you, gentlemen. Starting with you, Kibebana. What inspired you to come up with such an academy, considering that, you know, Nyeri is not a region perceived to be a stronghold of football talent?
It's true, Mr. Remind me your name.
Wasike.
Oh, Mr. Wasike from other county. Let me say Wasike. Football is made in your county. Which county?
Kakamega County.
That's what they say. But football have not tried. Football is for multi-gender. And let me say the challenges you have been facing in Central Province is that people don't believe in sports. I don't know why. But I've taken this chance with my brother here. We have decided that football is a career, sport is a career, and with no joke, we are moving forward.
With no joke, you're moving forward.
Yes.
Collins Olimba, how has Cheza Sports Academy been embraced in South Sea?
Thanks for the honor for inviting me to represent Cheza Sports Academy. It's a both product. It's embraced by parents who at least want their kids to start football on an early age. Some also want non-football stuff, probably maybe to set off TV or so. But it's very much embraced by the community. But more can be done. Yeah.
Over to you, Samuel Waidaka. Of course, talking about academies, we've seen high-profile football products of various academies. Both Dennis the Menace Oliech, a man who featured for several clubs in France, FC, Ajaccio, Auxerre, Nantes, and played for the national team Harambee Stars alongside McDonald Mariga, one-time Champions League winner with Inter Milan. Both are from MISA, that's Madara Youth Sports Association. And talking about Victor Mugubi Wanyama, Tottenham Hotspur's midfield linchpin is a product of JMJ Academy, and now Michael Engineer Lunga, a man who is featuring for Girona FC, a La Liga side, and previously played for both Gor, Thika, and Tusker locally, is a product of Liberty Academy, associated with Jacob Ghost Mlea, a man who coached the national team, and for the first and last time Harambee Stars played in AFCON, that is in 2004 in Tunisia. Do you think if the same is emulated, we can have more of Marigas, Oliechs, Wanyamas, and Olungas?
Thank you so much. Let me start by congratulating you and thanking you for welcoming here. I get your question. We have a problem in this country because we have not done what we call grassroots football. We talk of Maliga, we talk of Wanyama. All those you have mentioned comes from Nairobi. What comes with the counties? What is there in Nyeri? What is there in Central Province? Let me tell you, my friend.
Francis Kahata is from Central Province.
Francis Kahata is from Thika, I agree, but if you take on the profile of Kahata, he has played football since from the tender age. He has been Chanua Boys. So you cannot compare Kahata with someone in Nyeri. You cannot compare Kahata with someone in Nyahururu, with someone in maybe Muranga. What we have to do is to mold the talent starting from the tender age. And that is what we have done with Odaya Talent Academy. We have done it, we have already started with my brother, and we are doing well. Let me tell you something. Nyeri County, there is sports. Let me correct you there. Nyeri County, we have the likes of Kipchoge Keino.
Sure. In athletics.
In athletics. We have the likes of so many people. We have Faisal Idi, who are featured in the national team Harambee Stars. when
And even in athletics, we have Migrate Nyairera.
we have Nyerere.
800 meters upcoming,
Let me tell you something.
Champion.
Nyeri, we develop sports. But in football, nothing has come out, and the future of that end academy, we believe that in 3 years to come, we must have maybe, let me not use the word must, but we look forward to have a team in the Kenyan Premier League.
Good stuff, and good to hear that. Mohamed Rashid Bana, glad to have you on board for the first time you on set. Why Korogocho, of all the places in Nairobi?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Wasike. I simply want to thank you for hosting me. So, Korogocho is a truly desperate place to live in. Many young boys and girls, they engage in bad behaviors because there are no activity that can divert them from what they are doing. So, when you look at Akokoro, chaos, desperation, and cycle of violence is evident wherever you look. So, and it is very terrible mistake to believe that places like Korogocho lack talent. So that is why in 2013, a football academy, actually we call it a sanctuary, came into being to help the people, the young people, the future players of our national team. And that's the idea. In order to bring them up to feed our national team so that we can achieve international recognition in football.
Kibe, over to you now. Of course, I've been in several places, keenly following the proceedings of grassroots tournaments and football championships, and I've noticed that there is plenty of untapped potential, especially at the grassroots. And there has been that complaint of, local clubs and even the national team not going at the local level to scout for talents. Do you think it's high time now we have a national talent academy for enough scouting of players from deep at the village level?
It's true, Mr. Wasike. I believe in this country we should have what we call a sport of excellence. In every county, we should have a school. This is a normal school, learning the normal program, but sport is a main key. And in Kenya, we have one. We had one. I don't know what happened. Talanta FC. It was a Kenya Institute of. It was
started by the Ministry of Sports.
Yeah. Talanta FC, previously coached by Musa Otieno from International.
Talanta was at a school of excellence, but sorry to say, it is not a institution, and
Just a club.
yes, just a club. So what I'm suggesting and what we should do in every county, we should have what we call a sport of excellence, whereby you tap talent from the tender age, then the kid should join the academy just at under 14.
Collins, in as much as we're piling much blame on local football stakeholders for not embracing youth from the grassroots and the upcoming talent from the local academies, we have also failed as, the stakeholders of the academies themselves, because some academies have been accused of, just enrolling kids on daycare basis and not considering that whoever is being admitted in our setup has to meet threshold and requirements of, being capable enough to play football as a profession. What do you think?
Indeed, the backstop falls with us. We stakeholders should lead the way in solving the situation. So we cannot run away from the blame and accuse the government or the federation and society with regards to not embracing this product. We have to make a product that is sellable. Yep, the academy can be organized in a setup where largely an academy is meant to produce, to take care of the very talented and nurture the talents who can end up play professional. But professional football also has a lot of factors. Professional football includes coaches, includes referees. Imagine in Kenya has produced one referee to the World Cup. It means we are not even good producing people who can even oversee a match. It's a problem. So a setup of an academy, of course, as you say, some of our academies are accused to be daycares. But if one child wants to play football, the parent wants him to play football, support that boy, whether it's 4, 5. There's no way that he cannot play. You don't isolate on talent basis. You know, there are some kids that we call them late bloomers, develop late on. So in terms of our doing the work, we should embrace every participant, but focus on producing the best quality. Because if I'm a very good dribbler, by the time I'm 7, trust it's fair. The coach or the academy in charge makes me the best dribbler in the world by the time I'm 17. It should not end up, I should not fade away in the process.
Samuel Waithaka, talk to us about, you know, the local leaders' active involvement in supporting the activities of the academies. How has it been in Nyeri?
My friend, that's a hard question, and let me say we have been going through challenges, and leaders are not supporting the sports. Let me say, you have quoted Nyeri, and I must say this: leaders, we must accept that sport is a career. Leaders of Nyeri County, let's accept that sports is a career. A county like Nyeri, we should have what we call a center of excellence. What do I mean, Mr. Wasike? A center of excellence means we do a school whereby the kids, when they join Form 1, who have passed exams, who have good marks, and they got talent in football, they got talent in playing volleyball, they got talent in athletics, they join one particular school, whereby sports, they do school, it's a normal school, but sports is on a high ratio than the normal school. And if we do this, my friends, we should change the sports of this country. And I think that's what should need to be done. So
curricular activities should be taken seriously in school, you know, at the expense of academics, or both being given same level playing ground. Rashid, your team is lucky to be being overseen by the national team Harambee Stars tactician Stanley Okumbi. I'm reliably informed is the CEO. Do you think establishment of centers of excellence football-wise will help the situation, and maybe probably help Harambee Stars qualify for 2022 World Cup?
Of course, we as academy, we believe that when nurturing a young player as early as age 7, we can achieve the best player in the class of Messi and Ronaldo, and it can help us improve our rankings in the FIFA rankings. So I believe it is the best opportunity that we train every player regardless of his tribe, religion or social background, so that we can develop the best standard. And also, we don't need best players as of the now. We need best coaches in order to maintain and establish a long-run stability in Kenyan football.
The presence of Stanley Okumbi, has it added much confidence and boost the morale of the kids at the academy?
Of course, Stanley Okumbi is a role model personality. So having him around has helped us a lot as an academy. We have managed to get our good players on roadmap to international tournaments, to national teams because of his help. It is good that he is around. Every situation we are in, whether difficult or easy, he is ready to help us. So he's been much of help to us.
He's been of much help to you guys, yes, and you appreciate his services.
Of course.
Of course, this is the Touchline on Y254. My name is Maxwell Wasike, and we're talking about the grassroots football with focus on academies. And with me on the set are young men who from different academies in various parts of the country. To put that into perspective, James Kibe,
Yes.
you've been so active on social media platforms, especially on Facebook, and former Harambee Stars goalkeeper Arnold Origi, who is now in Norway, came to your rescue just for the sake of social media, activeness. Do you think it's high time other players should start, supporting the activities of various academies in the country?
Thank you, Wasike. Let me start by congratulating Arnold Origi. Arnold Origi have played a major role in our academy. He have donated football kits, football balls. He donated 20 balls. I know Origi is watching, and if you have the likes of Origi in this Kenya, if Oriech do the same, if Mariga do the same, if Wanyama do the same, we are going to move forward, Mr. Wasike.
How did that happen?
Through social media, Mr. Wasike.
Or your twin brother Waithaka will have to come in and assist. You guys take after each other, by the way.
Let me tell you. We are twins, and probably we think the same. We have been doing the same. We were born the same day, so we do help each other in the academy. Let me tell you, football has no tribe, and in Nyeri County we have witnessed that. Someone from other county, someone in Norway, a national team goalkeeper who is now a Norwegian, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Arnold Origi, thank you so much. He donated footballs, and it was through Facebook. He just visited our academy Facebook page. We have a Facebook page, and I would like you to like our Facebook page. You can follow what we do in the training. Arnold Origi came to our Facebook page, and he just wrote a very nice statement that he congratulated. He is worried that Nyeri can have academy. So he told me that congratulations on that academy. You are lucky. Next week I'm going to give you balls. So the kids were motivated. This is a motivation to our academy, and the kids are now, they believe now it's possible, and we can play football up to the greater heights. And Arnold Origi, thank you so much. And if I'm not wrong, Arnold Origi is going to visit our academy very soon. He promised that, and we feel motivated. And even our leaders in Nyeri County have seen that at least they have something that you can.
Collins Olimba, you too, you are not being left out either. Of course, I've followed you on various social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, and even Instagram. You are active. Has someone come to your rescue after, keenly following the activities you're doing in South C and B?
I'll not say rescue, but largely Cheza Sports is a commercial academy. It's based on subscription. We don't really have a funder, like particularly somebody who funds or an organization that funds us. So we depend on our clientele, those that subscribe. And apart from having our clientele who subscribe, we have a team of our well-wishers who say, okay, I'll support a kid. Carol Radwell is one of them. Personality, she took up one of our talented under-13 players who's from a very poor background, so she supports his football activities, and his non-football family even going along on basic needs. So social media is doing justice to us, bringing us clientele, some support.
Rashid, is there any footballer in the country, both current and even those veteran soccer players who've been impressed with your activities so far, and maybe even visited your academy for talks and workshops and seminars to the kids?
Okay. Concerning the visitors, we have both local and international, and some are sportsmen and women, others are just businessmen and women. So recently we have had the honor of hosting some of the friends and relatives of Wanyama at our academy in Korogocho. They have actually applauded the academy. The success of the academy is immense, and it needs to be supported now locally, because as academy we only rely on foreign aid, no Kenyan participation in helping us managing the academy the way it should be. So we are actually asking players and retirees from Kenyan football, they can also chip in and help this grateful academy continue its mandate to helping the people from one of the most dangerous and poorest slum in Nairobi.
And what's the relationship you guys have with Barcelona?
Barcelona, for us, we have this perception that Barcelona is just a football academy like any other. It's not like people in the world fear Messi. Actually, because we meet them every year in a tournament called the Nauen in Austria. Okay, we travel, we take our under 15 there every year. We started participating in this particular tournament in 2015, and it was really hard. I tell you, it was a world-class display from every team. This is European football elite academies. We had Juventus, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, Fulham, Liverpool, all were present at this tournament.
So Kenya was represented by an academy from Korogocho.
Yeah, we are the only privileged academy in Africa, or the only African country who are invited to this tournament. So this is because we don't lie or cheat about the age of these players. So it's only under these scouts from this tournament, they come and look at our players in terms of their age, their physical appearance, then they give us a green light to participate in this tournament. So eventually in this tournament in 2015 we met Barcelona, and this tournament is actually played one way. It's 13 minutes. There's no second half. So we have this player at our academy called Teddy Sirma. So back in 2012, Wanyama played for Celtic, and he scored against Barcelona.
I remember that header, UEFA Champions League.
Yeah, in the UEFA Champions League. So
a terrific header it was.
yeah, and then 2 years later, a small kid from Korogocho, who is growing up in a poor condition, scored against Barcelona.
Wow,
So
that's
there-
so encouraging.
So there are only 2 players in Kenya who scored against Barcelona. So
And
it's
that is
Ted
Victor Mugubi Wanyama, the national team captain, and Teddy Sirima.
and Teddy Sirma.
How old is he right now?
He is 13 years of age, and he has been promoted to under 15 now. So we won against Barcelona 1-0, and it was one of the feeling that has never happened to our academy. We were all up and celebrating.
That's nice to hear, and it sounds so encouraging.
It's very encouraging.
Kibe,
Very encouraging.
how have you guys ensured continuity with regards to your product, having some promising future after leaving the academy?
Let me say, Mr. Wasike, in the future we want to partner with Akakolo. Maybe you don't know, that's why I invited Akakolo, so that we can discuss, and from here we talk more. Because Akakolo is the best academy in Kenya, let me say so. And in future we want to be like Akakolo. We want our kid to travel to Barcelona too. We don't want to stay.
Your academy was formed in 2013, right?
Yes, as a founder, I want to partner with this team.
You want to partner with his team. Collins, in terms of continuity of products coming and leaving the academy, and probably do you make follow-up of how they progress
Yes.
after parting ways with them?
We've actually not had a method of releasing. We largely keep. We gather all and scatter none, because we are trying to build a product, a wholesome product of having a player pass through all the necessary stages of football development, all the way to U23, because I believe the football development, youth football development structure goes all the way to 23 there. So we have not really been sending players away. To allow continuity, that we try to keep consistent as much as possible. Our practice of our coaching and our way of doing things is taught all the way to our players. For instance, we take down match sheets in our matches. It's a practice. Even our U7 player at Cheza Sports will know, I play this match, I'll write my match sheet. And you check our website, you'll see some of our reporting, like on individual players, like your stats, your progress. For instance, your passing, there's a graph there, the one that is similar to the PlayStation. Like your passing was at 70%. If you did poorly, it's digressed, it goes maybe to 60. So it assesses your progress all the way. So basically, from last year, we can assess and tell you, okay, young man, you're at under 13. Last year you were under 12. At under 13, look, you are a better passer at 12. Huh? According to this level, you're not passing well. So we have we try to note down and try to document players' individual progress and keep our family tight as much as possible.
22162 is our SMS line, starting with the word touchline. Tell us what's happening from where you are with regards to the academy setup. Are you looking forward to initiating the same, or have you initiated one? Then, if you have done, then it's your turn next time to come on the set. And also tell us what you're doing on the ground to ensure that there is more Victor Mugubi, Wanyamas, Dennis Oliech in the future, so that our national team Harambee Stars continue, performing very well. Remember the last time they qualified for a major tournament, that was in 2004 during African Cup of Nations under Jacob Ghost Mule, and they are looking forward maybe making it to 2019 AFCON in Cameroon. Of course, remember they will be playing Black Stars of Ghana next year in March. But I happen to cover and actively involved in coverage of Nick Mwenda while he was campaigning to become FKF president, and one of his chief targets was to establish grassroots structures to ensure that the untapped potential at the local level have something to be proud of. Waithaka, do you think it's been close to over a year since he was elected, of course coming to the office in February 2016? Do you think that has been done partially?
To me, I cannot complain because I have already witnessed change in the Nick Mwendwa Federation. Football Kenya Federation have changed the football in this country because there is a coaching program that has been going through all the country. At Njeri, we did it. In Nairobi, they did it all over the country. And they train coaches who will be training the kids from the tender age who have the level D license, basic coaching program. So, to me, Federation have tried its best.
It has played its part.
It has played its part.
And Chapa Dimba is currently ongoing. You guys are taking part?
Chapa Dimba, my academy is there, under 17 is there. Now, I hope Akakolo will learn from us.
Do you have something to reply?
Yeah, we have one of the most talented under 17 currently in the Dimba Chapa tournament. I think our tournament will begin in early next year. So we look forward to meeting Odaya Talent Academy so that we can show the whole country what we are made of.
I believe, Mr. Wasike, it is going to be a very good experience, mostly to my kids, and it will be a learning lesson. You will learn from Nairobi, and also I believe the teams from Nairobi will learn something from the local teams, from the grassroots. And I believe, and also we have to pray for the government, Mr. Wasike. All this will be done. Chapa Dimba cannot be played if there is no government. We must pray for the government.
There has to be government input.
Everything to settle down so that football can have a very good environment. Currently, we don't have good environment in some counties because of the crisis. So we have also to put prayers for the government to settle so that we can see the nectar, the real nectar in football.
That one I absolutely agree. Now, as we wind up, of course, everyone to talk to us in his final submissions about the procedure, and probably if anyone is keenly following the show and there is a kid who is interested in joining the academy or their talent academy, what's the procedure? So you guys are neighbors of former President Mwai Kibaki.
It's true, Wasike. Oda is a big town. It's a big name. You can see you have a president. So if you want to join Oda Talent Academy, you just come to our office. We have an office very soon. Waithaka is going to have an office officially of Oda Talent Academy, and currently no fee. You just come if you're a kid of talent, just come and join. We do football.
Collins?
Yes, for our enrollment is always open to any kid between 4 and 23 years old. Our first process is creating an account through our website. It's www.chezasports.co.ke. Though we have fees, but we have exception and give football scholarships to very talented, exceptional players. If you are from a poor background and will love to be part of Cheza Sports, you are well welcome. We'll check your footballing abilities and enroll you to our scholarship program. So you can check us out through the website, and look forward to guys visiting, those that are willing to join hands with Cheza Sports in terms of support or visiting and being part and seeing our programs. you are welcome. We are based at Railway Training Institute in South B. Thanks, sir.
Waithaka, you are parting shot.
Maybe what I can say that if you want to join Othaya Talent Academy and you are based in Nyeri, you are based in Othaya or the neighboring constituencies, you may come to Othaya. Maybe from next month I will have an office. You can register your kids so that you can join the academy. Currently we train at approved in a local field in Othaya town every weekend, and you can just bring your kid. And if you are hearing this message, please, let's do sports.
Registration fee and eligibility requirements for those seeking to join.
We do free. Everything is free till we develop this talent. And what I can say is that currently in Nyeri, we lost our governor. I must say this. So it's a big loss to our county, and we believe that everything is going to settle, and sports will be a business in Nyeri County. So what I can say is, as we continue doing sports in Yakakolo, as my friend in Cheza Sports, we believe that we shall do partner. We develop football together.
Rashid.
Thank you, Mr. Wasike. Before I say my final word, or before I talk about how we enroll players, I want to say something about the services we offer to players in our academy.
Yes.
So Akakoro is actually a community-based organization. It is registered under the Ministry of Sports, Gender and Public Services. And it is also affiliated to FKF as a football academy. But in regards to all of this, as a member of Akakoro, you will get education free of charge from the academy if you are a very talented player within Nairobi and its environment. So you also get free uniform from primary to secondary school. So your mother or father does not have to bother about buying uniform. You also get a meal 6 days a week. Only one day you don't get it. It's because of
some sort of balanced diet at the academy.
And it is a very balanced nutrition, if I speak about it. So we also give you opportunities. If you are very talented, you will get to travel to Austria and to join national team, but this is on merit, not that you are from Akakoro. So yeah, it's Okumbi is there, so you can go to national team. That's not the case. So currently we have 12 players in the national teams. Actually, Mr. Wasike, we have 2 national team coaches. We have a girls team coach, under 15. She's called Jacqueline Akoth. She is coaching under 20 starlets, which previously they were defeated in Ghana.
Yes.
So next week they will be defending they are looking for a chance to qualify for World Cup next year in France.
And we are wishing you well, of course, as you seek making it World Cup qualification in France next year. Of course, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure having you on board. James Kibe, Technical Director of Othaya Talent Academy, Colin Solimba, CEO Cheza Sports Academy, Samuel Waithaka, Team Manager Talent Othaya Academy, and finally, Mohammed Rashid from Academy of Korogocho, aka Akakoro. Let's do this again. Of course, we're speaking matters football, but up next is some commercial break before we come up with Nick Mwendo. Of course, we had some exclusive conversation with him with regard to FKF term limit extension. Stay tuned and don't go away. This is the Touchline on Y254. My name is Maxwell Wasike. Osoro Robert will be back with the fan favorite segment, the Fan Zone, to discuss about international football. Stay tuned.